History recorded his crown, but never counted his riches. Yet behind the walls of Sokoto, once stood one of the most powerful economic systems Africa ever built. This is the untold wealth story of Sultan Muhammad Bello. Born in 1781 as the son of Usman and Fodio, Muhammad Bello grew up not with luxury, but with purpose. From an early age, he learned that true leadership was about building for generations, not seeking short-term glory. By the time he became sultan in 1817, he faced the challenge of leading a vast caliphate stretching across northern Nigeria, a land rich in resources but fragile without proper management. Bello's first step was to focus on agriculture, knowing that no empire can thrive on empty granaries. He encouraged large-scale farming of grains, millet, sorghum, rice, and cotton. He supported irrigation projects, ensured lands were properly cultivated, and protected farmers from raids. This surplus not only fed the people but also supplied traders, creating a thriving food-based economy. Next, he strengthened trade networks, linking Sokoto to Kano, Katsina, Zaria, and beyond. He facilitated the movement of goods such as salt, leather, textiles, grains, and horses. Roads were secured, markets protected, and merchants trusted the system. Wealth flowed steadily into the caliphate, and the economy grew without the need for excessive conquest. But Bello's true genius was organization. He built a system where wealth was sustainable. Each emirate had clear duties, taxes were regulated, and public funds carefully managed. Scholars and administrators ensured records were accurate, and disputes in trade were fairly settled. Wealth was no longer dependent on a single person's whims. It rested in institutions and systems. To maintain this prosperity, Bello invested heavily in people. Education and training were prioritized. Young men were taught reading, writing, trade, skills, and administration. Knowledge became an asset, producing skilled merchants and civil servants who strengthened the economy further. Bello himself lived a life of moderation, avoiding wasteful luxury, ensuring that the treasury funded public good, not personal indulgence. Under his leadership, Sokoto flourished. Granaries were full, markets active, trade routes secure, and schools thriving. Wealth was not hoarded but circulated, creating stability that lasted beyond his reign. The empire became known not just for its values but for its efficiency, productivity, and justice. When Sultan Muhammad Bello passed away in 1837, he left behind more than a throne. He left a model of governance where faith, structure, and foresight generated real lasting wealth. He proved that an empire could be rich and just, powerful yet disciplined, and prosperous without exploitation. At the height of his reign, considering the Sokoto Caliphate's vast agricultural output, trade networks, and taxation systems, historians estimate that Sultan Muhammad Bello's economic power could be equivalent to $300 million to $650 million today. In modern terms, he was not just a ruler, he was one of Nigeria's earliest architects of sustainable and systemic wealth.